Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This introduction is going to be completely irrelevant, but I really needed to get this recorded. I was just out on a walk with George. I'm strolling, I'm enjoying my little walk, and before you know it, I looked down and there's a blue pigeon. Little did I know, I actually found a parrot. And now in this box, we have a little budgie that I really wanted to keep, but now I'm getting a divorce because George actually told me to give it away. I'm going to try and get it recorded because it's literally the cutest thing ever. Can you see it? Oh, its legs start. I actually played budgie sounds, budgie noises, and it started speaking back, and I thought it was the cutest thing ever. I think when we move to Spain, we should get a budgie. Deal?
Quite cute, yeah. This colour one I like.
It's blue. I wish I could show you. Actually, I've taken a picture, so you're going to see exactly what it looked like. It looks like a little baby.
Yeah,
don't you
quite
think?
Small.
It's quite small. It's beautiful. We named him
Terry.
Terry. Ryan Terry. Another update on the budgie situation. We did rehome it. We did, unfortunately. I might get a divorce with George. He did not allow me to keep it. Anyway, I don't know what's happened recently, but I have just suddenly turned into Noah, who needs to build the Noah's Ark to transfer loads of animals over to Spain. I honestly have seemed to be the magnet for animals in need. After the budgie situation, next day we actually went for a walk and I stumbled upon two little baby squirrels without their mum, who honestly were the cutest thing I have ever seen. I will insert a picture here of me and this little baby squirrel. Oh, anyway, I actually saw these two squirrels and I was like, I need to help them. I need to help them. I knew I should have done vet med instead of medicine. I knew I should have become a vet. We ended up saving these little squirrels, putting them into a safe space. I go off on a tangent, but the consensus of the story is that I am now going to be an animal rescuer. So this week I saved one budgie and two squirrels. So now I hope that I'm gonna get some good karma. Anyway, I decided to pick up the camera today because today is actually a very exciting day. One of my clients, one of my girls, she has actually got a photo shoot in Manchester. So George and I are traveling to support her, be there behind the scenes, and also we're gonna be training after in a little bit of a different environment, so I thought it'd be great to actually get this filmed. I am currently on a little bit of a different training split because I am now officially in an off season. I know guys, I didn't record my photo shoot and I do have a valid excuse for it. I genuinely just wanted to be present and in the moment. I was so overwhelmed by that day, by that photo shoot. I was so nervous that the day went by really quickly. I filmed quite a lot, to be honest with you, leading up to it, and I was gonna post that along with like the actual photo shoot day, and I didn't get much recorded other than the few bits that George filmed behind the scenes. So I'm gonna insert maybe a layover of some of the snapshots of what we got on that day. But honestly guys, one of the best experiences of my entire life. I genuinely could not recommend getting a photo shoot enough, and I genuinely could not recommend Luke and Emily enough. I did the photo shoot with them, so we traveled up to Newcastle where they are based. They do travel around the UK, so if you are from there, Luke W Photography wise on Instagram, I'll insert the @ here. What a guy. There is not a single picture on there that I didn't like, and I am fussy. I hate my pictures usually. I look at them, I'm like, yeah, don't like that one, don't like that one. Whereas I actually loved every single shot that he got. What was I even saying? So yeah, we dieted up until the photo shoot. Initially, the plan was to continue dieting for like 2-3 weeks after, but things started to go, not necessarily downhill for me in terms of my body composition, but I definitely found that my body was much less responsive. I was actually gaining scale weight even though I cut calories and I was a tier and I didn't have any off. No, actually, on the day of the photo shoot, I had some minstrels and rebels because I only had one meal on that day because I was so nervous. I didn't have any like off-plan meals, like no burgers, no nothing like that. We just got straight back on it the next day, and yeah, my body's just not really happy in a dieting phase. My training was regressing, and we just said, do you know what? I'm lean enough for what I need to be. I'm not lean enough for the stage before you come at me, but I'm lean enough for where I need to be, and right now the priority is to grow. So new training plan in place, new macros in place, same meal plan because I just like what I eat. Yeah, I'll update you guys on that front in the next video, and I'll take you through one of my new sessions. But ultimately, we've reversed into an off season. But today, what you are going to be seeing is the photo shoot. Actually, you are going to be seeing one of my new sessions, just in a different environment, different setting. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the video so you don't miss another one. Actually, before we go to Manchester, I actually want to do a little bit of an unboxing because I ordered myself a little parcel. So we're at the moment obviously trying to get rid of everything in the house because I'm selling it. So anything that we don't need, anything that we don't wear, anything that I've just not touched in like 6 months is either going to charity or it's going up for sale. So I thought that gives me the perfect excuse to buy myself more clothes because that's girl maths, right? If you sell it, then you don't need to pay for another one because technically the balance balances out. Or at least that's what I'm going to say to myself. So I got myself a little Vanquish parcel because they did have a summer sale going on at the moment. So I've been eyeing up some things on there for quite some time. One of the things that I bought is actually not from the sale, but I'm just in that like summery era at the moment where I have been really liking pastel colours, and I saw a yellow set that I really wanted, so I actually got that. So let me show you what is in my bag. First and foremost, they actually sent me out a little shaker, which I didn't even know Vanquish does shakers, but it's, oh no, it's not a shaker, it's an actual water bottle. Oh, I can actually use this. Guys, if you don't have a water bottle that is over like 1 litre and you are struggling to drink day to day, get yourself one of these. I honestly can't drink from like a jug. George has a jug that we've owned for, you know, a good couple of months, but I find that overwhelming to drink and it's just too much of a big task. But having a bottle like this, and I think this is like a straw one, is so useful. I used to have one of these until I dropped it and it broke. So this will be nice, a little freebie. Who doesn't love a little freebie? Then the next thing that I've got is, I don't know because I forgot what I ordered. Right, we've got some black staple leggings. Now, I don't actually wear leggings recently. Like they're just not my thing. I'm more of a shorts girl. These look tiny. I don't know if you can see that, but these look like capris or maybe ones that would fit a 7-year-old. I may need to return these, but what's really good, is that Vanquish actually does the petite section. For anyone that is under 5'3", you'll know the struggle of buying something and it just literally dragging across and it looks like a trail from a wedding dress or something. But yeah, these are just simple black leggings because I noticed that when I go to shows, I just need something basic, and my last ones, I actually just split on my arse during a leg press set, which was not ideal. But these ones are actually a scrunch bum. I have not ordered these before, but they look great. I don't know if you can see it. There is the little tiny scrunch bump here that hopefully will make my arse look much bigger than what it currently is. And also they've got detailing, which kind of cinches in at the lower glute. So excited to try these. They do look tiny. I did order them in a size small. Should we do a try on? Do I have time for a try on? Fuck it, let's do a try on. Okay, so I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see, but these are the leggings. I'm gonna have to stand on the sofa because there's not much space in this room. Ultimately, these leggings are probably on the smaller side. They are comfy. The only thing that I'm scared of, and I think I've got trauma from the last time that they split, is they're a little bit too tight at the seam here. So they are a really nice material. They've got a little bit of a Vanquish. Whoop! Oh my God, I just fell off the sofa. They do have a little Vanquish logo here on the quad. I actually think that the petite is a little bit small for me because if you look at my ankles, they do sit pretty high. But if I was to order this again, I probably would get petite, but I'd get a size medium. So yeah, I'll keep them because I can't be bothered sending them back and hope for the best. But these are a solid, I don't know, I'd say if they fit me right, if they were a size up, they'd probably be a solid 10 out of 10 for black leggings because they do make the booty look good. The next thing that I've bought is this cream cream coloured sports bra. I've actually needed like a light sports bra for absolutely ages. I had a white sports bra from Riderwear and I washed it with dark clothes and it wasn't so white anymore, and I've just needed something to pair very nicely with just any sort of bottoms. So this has got a little bit of a twist at the front, and then the back looks like this, so it's quite like low cut. You can also flip it around, so there's two designs to it, which I really like because it's basically two in the price of one. Let me actually show you. I always need to run off camera when I change because I get really scared that like one day I do these try on hauls and I change in front of the camera and I forget to edit it, so I'm like running here and there. Front looks like this. If you do switch it around, it does have a little bit of a Vanquish logo, which is quite cute, and then obviously the back will look like this, so you can wear it in two ways. I like both. There we go. That's all I have to say. The next thing that I've bought is this grey sports bra. I actually have a matching short set to this, not matching short set, matching shorts to this, which is why I actually bought it. But to be honest with you, it is way too tight for me. I was putting this on and I was already feeling claustrophobic. I don't know if anyone else has this, but when clothes are really tight, and if you know lat spillage, you'll know what I mean. These like lats just make me feel like I cannot breathe. Taking this off is going to be even worse, but this is what we do for the YouTube video. I am not a fan of it at all. I was digging into my traps. I am hoping, because what you can do is you can take this off and you can wear it as a halter neck. I'm gonna try it like that, but to be honest with you, I don't think it's gonna work because your girl does have a decent back and I am just not a fan of how much it digs into here, which I'm fuming about because I was actually excited to wear this together. But as you can see, it is literally cutting off circulation at my neck. So it's cute, it's nice, but it's just too small. And what frustrates me is the fact that I ordered smalls in the white sports bra, the grey sports bra, and this sports bra, and all of them fit different. Like, I would say the white one is perfect, the grey one way too small. This is actually on the bigger side, and I know I don't have any cleavage, but it's actually a little bit loose on me, which I kind of like. I would much rather a looser sports bra than one that's tight because, again, I like breathing space. So this is actually the set. Wait, I didn't even put the shorts on. So this set is exactly why I even did the Vanquish order in the first place. I saw it and I needed to have it. How cute is this color? It's literally like a little pastel yellow. It looks a little bit lighter on camera at the moment than what it does in person, but it's literally the cutest little set ever. Let me just shove it up the bum so my bum looks bigger. I'm pretty sure they do have matching leggings to this as well as joggers, so I may need to trip and fall back on the website and order some more. But as you can see, lovely stunning set. It does have a scrunch bum, so it does make the bum look a little bit better. Again, detailing under the bum just to lift the booty, and the sports bra is so cute. It's got a little bit of a scrunch moment at the front, and then the back is very, very open with an adjustable, what's the word I'm looking for? An adjustable strap. Now that I like actually pinch it together, it sits so much better. So this set is probably one of my favourite sets that I own. Let's get Georgia's opinion. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Stretching.
Do you like what I'm wearing?
It's very nice. Very, very nice. I like the colour.
I'll come back again and you can try again. Try again. Another reaction because I wasn't happy with the other one.
Wow. Incredible, Vicky.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. My favourite outfit ever on you.
Do you like it?
I do like it, yeah.
It's cute, isn't it?
It's cute, yeah, I like the colour. I don't know what does not suit you. That makes sense?
Oh. Guys, I fucked up. Please ignore the state of me right now. It's Sunday morning at 7:48 and I'm editing this YouTube video currently, and I realised that I didn't even record an introduction or any interaction I had with Emily at her shoot. So this is what you're gonna get beforehand because I somehow need to make this video cohesive. So I just wanted to touch upon Emily's journey because I actually just really wanted to highlight like how incredible this woman's journey was. To anyone that doesn't know Emily, she actually had a spinal surgery. She had a spinal cord injury and she had a spinal surgery last year. This woman looks absolutely incredible at the shoot, yet this woman was not able to even walk last year. Like, deep that for a second. So this photo shoot wasn't just about bringing her to her best. It wasn't just about making her look amazing and sexy and beautiful and getting lean for it. It was a celebration of working hard and fighting all odds and getting over the toughest hurdles in your life and coming out stronger. Like, that's what this photo shoot was about to me. This is why I get really emotional speaking about her, because I saw her when she was being pushed around in a wheelchair, comparing to now, where she was standing with pride and confidence, celebrating the body that she's not only built in terms of her physique, but also the body that got her this far. And to anyone that's watching this part of the segment, please know that no matter what struggle you're going through right now, where there is a will, there is a way. And if you are struggling with injury, ill health, I don't know, things going on outside of bodybuilding, work struggles, home struggles, relationship struggles, your life is what you make it. And I'm a big believer in that, because I've gone through shit in my life. I'm sure you've gone through shit in your life, and just, you've always come out of it stronger because you're here right now. This is what Emily did. So Emily, if you are watching this, just please know I am so beyond proud of you, not just because you are an incredible bundle of joy, an incredible woman and an incredible coach, because she is a coach as well, but you are someone that is so resilient and just so amazing, and I'm just so grateful to be part of this journey with Em. So enjoy watching her do her thing and stand proud in front of the camera whilst I look like an absolute gremlin in the corner doing this little voiceover. But yeah, I just wanted to do this little summary of her shoot because it was an absolutely incredible day.
The shoot is done. Emily looked absolutely insane. I'm so happy with the look, and we've picked her absolutely beautifully. Something I just wanted to actually touch on before we go to the gym is the fact that if you are 1 week out or 2 weeks out and your look isn't what you expect it to, that's fine, because that's not when you're meant to be looking your best. Emily, around like a week and a half ago, she was like, I look so watery, I still want to drop more weight, and I was like, just trust me on this one. Today she woke up and she's actually at her lightest, and she is also just her leanest, legs through, no water retention, midsection very nice and tight. So me and Ems have worked together for a really long time, not actually like years, but we've worked together for a good couple of months, and it's allowed me to learn so much about her body. Not only that, we've also had a structured growing phase that made a transition very nicely into this dieting phase, where her body's been so much more responsive than it ever has in a dieting phase before. Very successful diet, very successful day. We are now in the... Did I say everything I needed to say? Because I felt like I just started and I didn't finish. My head is all over the place.
What were you trying to say? Hey guys.
Yeah, ultimately when you are peaking, you shouldn't be looking your best a week out.
Yeah.
The look should get better every single day. So that was the moral of the story, and she has looked herself, looked her best self today. Does that even make sense?
Too many people are fixated and focused on, I'm 3 weeks out and I should be looking like I'm stepping on stage tomorrow, and the reality is it ain't gonna happen. You're not meant to be looking that sort of way. So
no, it's called peaking for a reason. Now we the two brain cells between us. We're now in Frontline.
Yeah, so I thought, as it's 6-minute drive from the shoot, try Frontline Gym in Manchester. I've never been before, don't know what it's like. A little bit nervous, to be honest with you. I
am. I always get nervous before I go to new gyms, especially when I just don't know my surroundings. Usually what I will do is I like pre a gym. I'm like, okay, they've got this equipment, but here I actually don't know. George chose it, so it's going to be an interesting one. I don't think I can film on my camera, so the next clips that you'll see of me training, I will just film on my phone, but at least you guys are getting something. So if the quality is shit, I'm not even apologizing, because you get some content. Yeah, we're gonna go and train there. It's gonna be a pretty quick session because we need to get back for the dogs. Still an hour drive back. I have got upper and glutes, which is a new session for me. It's literally 4 upper exercises at most and 2 glute exercises and a little bit of calves.
Give me the side eye because you're not happy about it. Vicky doesn't need lots. And she's just finished the diet and she's just hit a new low today. So God, finished the diet, hits a new low, and wants to be doing fucking the whole world by the looks of it. And even if she did the whole world, she still wouldn't be happy about it.
No, I wish I could just train legs every single day. But yeah, upper a little. No, actually I do like upper, but my upper's just very strong. So I'm only adding it in more for like postural health and just making sure I'm remaining upright and keeping the muscle there, because I don't want to lose it completely. I'm not at the point where it's too muscular. So little sprinkles of upper, little sprinkles of glute, so I can accumulate glute volume across the space of a week. Literally an abduction and glute medius kickback, that is it. And then a calf exercise, because my calves are strong but they're not the biggest. So that is my session. George is also doing a little bit of a quicker session, just getting some blood flowing, getting massive.
Proceeds to get no pump.
Right. Don't be negative.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, I might need to put the stuff in the boot in the back here because I don't trust where we're parking, because it looks like people are gonna fucking.
There's
smash.
cameras there. We're actually parked underneath a bridge, and I can hear the trains going. It's really stressing me out.
Yeah, so we'll probably get going. Imagine the bridge does collapse and we leave the car. Oh well.
We're gonna do a walk.
Yeah.
Don't, because I'm gonna imagine that throughout the whole training session now. Anyway, see you in a bit.
So it turns out that after all, you can film in this gym, which is absolutely amazing. I know some gyms are a little bit funny with it, which is to be, you know, understood. Like, that's just their rules, that's just what they do. But they said cameras are very much welcome. So we are actually going to be doing a little bit of a mic'd up sesh. I feel very highly overstimulated and overwhelmed. I always get this when I go to different gyms. Not only that, I just feel like I've been faffing around so much. Yeah, just in overall, like, I feel very, very overwhelmed. And typically what I will do when I feel this sort of way is I will go onto the treadmill for a couple of minutes and just like have 5 minutes to myself, listen to some music and just gauge like where everything is in the gym, because if I don't know, I will literally be walking around like a little lost sheep. So that's exactly what I've done, and I'm just going on to do my mobility and my stretching, because if I don't do this, I am not going to feel very great in my training. Whether I travel or not, whether I have time or not, I will always make time for this sort of stuff. So I stretch my pecs, I stretch my lats, and then I will do a little bit of like lower trap stimulation. Again, I used to be so bad with this and I would often let it slip, but I've just told myself like I'm just not doing it this time. So stretching first, and then I'm going into my session. Today I've got a single arm lat pull down, then I've got a lateral raise, a rear delt fly, an abductor, and a glute med kickback and a calf raise. But to be honest with you, this gym is sick. It's got some of my like most favorite equipment, the Atlantis single leg press, and they also have a prime kickback machine. So instead of my glute med kickback, I'm going to do the prime one, because I've just been meaning to do that for ages. I've been dying to do it, and I've just not been at a gym that has that machine. So yeah, just going to have a little bit of fun with it. Not going to logbook per se, not going to be like anal with my logbook numbers, but of course training hard, training to failure, and sending it as always, because that's what I like to do. So I'm actually very proud of myself right now, because the Wicks, maybe, I don't know, like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, even a year ago, would have never ever picked up the camera and started speaking in front of people. I actually used to be just so scared of situations like this where, I don't know, I would never freely pick up the camera and microphone and talk to myself in the gym, because I always had this deep internal fear of like, what are people thinking of me? Like, is anyone looking? Am I muttering? Am I stumbling my words? What are people going to say? And actually, over the last year, I've just really learned not to give a fuck. No, actually, that's the wrong thing. I do give a fuck, but I choose what I give a fuck about. Realistically, situations like this, if people are looking at me and they are judging me for recording with a camera, that's not going to matter in like 5 years time, not even 5 hours time. You know, they're not going to be going back home and thinking, oh my god, why the fuck is she doing that? Who is that girl? Who does she think she is? Or if they do, it says more about them as people rather than anything else. I've always wanted to document, you know, my own progress on YouTube and make other women or even guys watching this feel like they've got a mate that they're listening to. And I've always stopped myself because of the fear of what other people think. And if you are feeling the same way with regards to anything, I'm not even saying recording for YouTube, but you know, starting your own business, starting a fitness account, wherever it may be, just remember, people don't care about you. Like, no one actually gives a fuck about you. They might have something to talk about for 5 minutes, but are they going to remember it in 5 weeks time, 5 years time, 5 months time? No, they're not. Think of how much you think about yourself all the time, like how scared you are about your surroundings, people around you, etc., etc. Everyone else is thinking the same. They don't have time to think about you because they are so involved in what their own life looks like. And that really changed my perspective on things. First exercise we've got on the cards today is a single arm lateral,
single arm lat pull down, and I've decided to go onto this Atlantis setup. This actually looks like I've just dragged a bench over, but the cool thing about it is this is a cable setup, and this bench is actually a part of the whole machine, the whole setup, whatever you want to call it. You can put this bench down, it can turn into like a cable row or like a more of a lat pull down chest supported setup, and I just love it. I will always choose a cable over a machine for me. I'm 5'2", and sometimes machines just don't fit very well, and cables always do because you can adjust them to your height, to your resistance profile. So I've just used this, done one set on it, fucking amazing. That set that I just did there probably wasn't my best, and what you may have noticed is that my shoulder's going forwards quite a lot. What you want to think about with a lat pull down is when you bring your arm down, rather than your shoulder going forwards like this, you want to be able to pin it back and keep your chest proud. That's going to help you connect with your lats so much better. If your shoulder's rolling forwards, very likely your lower trap, which is the muscle just here, isn't engaged properly. Or the other thing that might be happening is your pec muscle and your infraspinatus is just a little bit tight, and that arm is internally rotating. You want to be thinking about tucking the pelvis. I'm not making any sense today, am I? You want to be thinking about tucking the elbow in and thinking about shoulder going back and driving through the elbow rather than the wrist. In this next mesocycle, I've actually not got any direct overhead pressing, so like shoulder pressing movements, because I actually don't need them. So my only direct medial delt movement is going to be a lateral raise. I do have laterals programmed twice per week, one on this session and one on my Tuesday session, but I just alternate them between the machines that I use. So it doesn't matter whether you do a seated, standing or cable cuff exercise, really. I just like to have a little bit more variety within my training, because one, it allows me to progress a little bit quicker, or at least make me think that I'm progressing a little bit quicker, and two, it's also a little bit more fun. If I did the same exercise twice a week, every single week for the next couple of months, you can get a little bit bored of it. I really like the standing recently. I don't know why. I don't really get on with like seated machines per se. I just feel a little bit too restricted in them. The only one I really like is the hammer strength one, which we actually have at our gym. But the Atlantis one I used to absolutely love when we had that destination, which is the old gym that I trained at. The other form of lateral raises that I love is lion calf lateral raise. The only annoying thing with that is sometimes you just need like, oh my god, they've got one there. Oh fuck, I didn't see that. They've got prime cable set for it. Anyway, the only faff with it is you do need quite a small, I don't know the dimensions for it, but a small cable machine with like obviously I don't even know what I'm saying today, Rob. I'm not even making any sense. Ultimately, you can't have a wide cable stack. You need to have a narrow cable stack so you can cross your hands over and do your lateral raise. So yeah, I do like that one. It's just, it can be sometimes a little bit of faff with setup, especially if the gym's busy. That's too short for this machine. I don't know if you can see it, but with a lot of machines, if you didn't know, they do have a pivot rotation point, and this pivot rotation point is technically meant to align with the joint of the muscles that you're working. So if I'm doing a lateral raise and there's a pivot rotation there, technically my shoulder should be here, so I am a little bit too short. You can adjust this platform, but I unfortunately have it on the highest setting, so theoretically I should probably do another lateral raise machine, although I'm too stubborn now. I've started on this, so we might just stick to it, lower the weight a little bit, do a high rapper. But to be honest with you, my delts are pumped and my traps aren't engaged, so clearly something is working. The last upper exercise is a rear delt fly. Used to really not get on with this exercise because I had a clunker in my shoulder, and if you have this thing like me, which is actually quite common, where you contract and then on the eccentric you have like a little bit of a subluxation or popping in and out of the shoulder, it's most likely due to the fact that your arm is like internally rotated, so it's going inwards. If you think about pressing the elbows downwards when you're contracting and also throughout that eccentric, it should improve the stability of the shoulder a little bit more. So that's the key that I think of when I do this exercise. But yeah, as you can see, not much for the upper, but I'm still feeling, to be honest with you, pretty pumped. And I suggested to George to maybe step up on stage in the bigger category next year. You heard it here first.
So next we're moving onto the glute part of the trainer session. We're actually going to only be doing glute med work, which is the muscle that sits on top of the glute max. It's the one that basically creates like the shelf just here. In the side poses, you'll see it sat here. In the back poses, it's what sort of provides the boxiness of the glutes from the top, if you want to describe it that way. The one piece of advice that I would have for this is actually think about tucking your glutes under. So instead of arching your lower back like this, tuck your glutes under and think about actually really engaging that core by bringing the belly button to the back, and then rather than pressing with your feet, press with your knees. So that's going to recruit it so much better than if you were to do this. You're going to recruit quite a lot of lower back or even glute max. So we've got 2 sets on here. I'm going to do 1 set of 8 to 10 and then 1 set of 15 to 20, which is going to absolutely burn. This machine also is really good. It's the Prime machine. You can change the resistance profile on it, which ultimately means you can change where the exercise is hardest, whether it's the lengthened or the shortened range, and where it's the easiest. At the moment, I've got it set to pin 5, so it's going to be like really hard at the start and in the middle, and then as I contract, it's going to start to drop off. I'm just trying the Prime machine. I think the face says it all. You know when you set high expectations for something, you're like, oh my god, it's going to be the shit, it's going to be the bomb, and then you kind of get the like, so this is what I was excited for. I feel like there's a little bit like this with this machine. I don't know whether it's the fact that I just don't know how to set it up. Probably the case, but it just doesn't feel right. I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong. There's basically an adjustment here, there's an adjustment here, there's an adjustment here, there's a bloody adjustment there. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm adjusting. The thing is, like, I've been training for years now, right? And there are still pieces of equipment that I just don't have a bloody Scooby-Doo how to use. I'm so good at biomechanics, so good at training, in my opinion. But there is still pieces like this where I'm like, I don't even know how to set it up. And typically I would faff around and play with it a little bit more, but right now we're on such a time limit where I'm already in my head about it a little bit because the dogs are at home and I'm just thinking about them and I need to walk them and I still need to make my oats for the last meal. So I'm just sort of in this training session, flagging hard a little bit, and I don't want to be faffing around with this setup. So I'm just going to stick it at that, keep a contraction, or keep it pausing the contraction, hopefully get a nice little glute med pump. I don't like that one bit. I mean, I basically like turned away from the midline a little bit to try and kick out and back almost, but I ended up getting a pump in my like non-working leg, which isn't ideal. Anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining and just get on with the exercise. So as I always say, that is the session done. A very overwhelming, time pressured and overstimulated session for me, but I just know that when I actually do this in my usual environment, it's going to be really fun. Even though on paper it doesn't look like the most exciting thing ever, I actually had like a good time with the exercises, if that makes sense. I had a nice little delt pump, a nice little glute pump. George just looked over at me like, yeah, I told you so. But it looks like a very boring session, but I did feel like a little wellness girl, to be honest. I ended up scrapping the second set on the Prime single leg abduction kickback machine, whatever, because I just didn't get on with it, and I just did another set on the actual seated abductor because it worked so much better for me. And sometimes you don't fix something that's not broken, so if I ever find that an exercise really doesn't get on with me, I will reassess it. Sometimes I'll give it time, but today I was just like, I just want it to feel good, so I just did 3 sets on that, 1 set on the single leg one. And yeah, apart from that, that's pretty much it. We're just concerned about the dogs, so we're heading back to the car now, eating our post-workout because we brought that with us. We are prepared queens and kings. Heading back home, walking the dogs, and
and I think I'm just going to catch up with you guys tomorrow on my reflections of the day.
So thank you to anyone that has watched this far into the video. It was honestly such an amazing day yesterday. I just love seeing other people succeed. Like, that is just my thing. It makes me happy seeing other people happy. So when I have these opportunities to see my girls shine and just be confident and see the potential in themselves that I saw from the start, it just, I don't know, it really does fill my cup. And yesterday was just a very, very special day. We have got so much planned over the next couple of weeks, because literally today we are off to see George's parents, and we're going down to London for a couple of weeks. We've got Zach competing, and the weekend after we've got the UKDFBA, the weekend after that is PCA, then we've got more UKDFBA shows, then we've got the Two Bro show. So literally every single weekend is just jam-packed, and at the end of November I've actually got another photo shoot, which is a group photo shoot with a few of the girls that I coach. All in the meantime, we are actually moving house. Oh, I haven't even told you, I have sold my house. I have sold my house. What the hell? I am going to not have a house very soon. Yeah, so there's a lot happening over the next couple of weeks. I love recording and filming this process. It's all very overwhelming. I've got very up and down moments at the moment. Like, I've got like, oh my God, we're moving to Spain and we're doing all of these things, and then the self-doubt kicks in, but we're gonna film the ups and the downs and everything in between. So if you have liked today's video, oh my God, please make sure to like and share this on your stories. Yeah, as always, just thank you so much for the support, and yeah, make sure to stay tuned for the next one. I hate these outro videos.